So yesterday I asked you guys what do you thought was going to happen to Matilda's daddy? What did you think Matilda did to her daddy? Oh my goodness, I bet you haven't guessed this. Okay. Matilda kept her face bent down low over her cornflakes. She didn't dare look up. In the first place, she wasn't sure at all what she was going to see. And secondly, if she did see what she thought she was going to see, she would not trust herself to keep a straight face. The sun was looking directly ahead out of the window, stuffing himself with bread and peanut butter and strawberry jam. The father was just moving around to sit at the head of the table when the mother came sweeping out from the kitchen carrying a huge plate filled high with eggs and sausages and bacon and tomatoes. She looked up. She caught sight of her husband. She stopped dead. Then she let out a scream that seemed to lift her right up into the air, and she dropped the plate with a crash and a smash onto the floor. Everyone jumped, including Mr. Wormwood. "What the heck's the matter with you, woman?" he shouted. "Look at the mess you've made on the carpet." Your hair!" the mother shrieked, pointing a quivering finger at her husband. "Look at your hair! What have you done to your hair?" "What's wrong with my hair, for heaven's sake?" he said. "Oh my God, Dad, what have you done to your hair?" the son shouted. A splendid, noisy scene was building up nicely in the breakfast room. Matilda said nothing. She simply sat there, admiring the wonderful effect of her own handiwork. Mr. Wormwood's fine crop of black hair was now a dirty silver. The colour this time of a tightrope walker's tights had not been washed off for the entire circus season. You've dyed it," shrieked the mother. "Why did you do it, you fool? It looks absolutely frightful. You look horrendous. You look a bit like a freak." "What the blazes are you talking about?" the father yelled, pulling both hands to his hair. "I most certainly have not dyed it. What do you mean I've dyed it? What's happened to it? Or is it some kind of stupid joke?" His face was turning pale green, the colour of sour apples. "You must have dyed it, Dad," the son said. "It's not the same. It's the same colour as Mum's, only it's much dirtier looking." "Of course he's dyed it," the mother cried. "Can't change colour all by itself. What on earth were you trying to do? Trying to make yourself look more handsome or something? You look like someone's grandmother gone wrong." "Get me a mirror," the father yelled. "Don't just stand there shrieking at me. Get me a mirror." The mother's handbag lay on a chair at the other end of the table. She opened the bag and got out a powder compact that had a small round mirror on the inside of the lid. She opened the compact and handed it to her husband. He grabbed it and held it before his face, and in doing so spilled most of the powder all over the front of his fancy tweed jacket. "Be careful!" shrieked the mother. "Now look what you've done. That's my best Elizabeth Arden face powder." "Oh my God!" yelled the father, staring into the little mirror. "What's happened to me? I look terrible. I look just like you. Gone wrong. Can't go down to the garage and sell cars like this. How did it happen?" He stared down the room, first at the mum, then at the son, then at Matilda. "How could it have happened?" he yelled. "I imagined, Daddy," Matilda said quietly, "that you weren't looking very hard, and you simply took out Mummy's bottle of hair stuff off of the shelf instead of your own." "Of course that's what happened," the mother cried. "Well, really, Harry, how stupid can you get? Why didn't you read the label before you started splashing the stuff all over you? Mine is terribly strong. I'm only meant to use 1 tablespoon of it in a whole basin of water, and you've gone and put it all over your head. It'll probably take your hair off in the end. Is your scalp beginning to burn, dear?" "You mean I'm going to lose all my hair?" the husband yelled. "Yeah, I think you probably will," the mum said. "Peroxide is a very powerful chemical. It's what they put down the loo to disinfect the pan, only they give it another name." "What are you saying?" the husband cried. "I'm not a lavatory pan. I don't want to be disinfected." "Even diluted like I use it," the mother told him. "It makes a good deal of my hair fall out, so goodness knows what's going to happen to you. I'm surprised it didn't take off the whole top of your head." We're going to stop there for today. Your job is to predict what on earth you think is going to happen to Matilda's dad's hair. Do you think it's all going to fall out? Or do you think he's going to keep it?